How do you wax a snowboard? It's pretty simple. The first thing you want to do is you want to clean your base up a little bit. You'll get a lot of grime embedded in your wax or in your base. Sand, dirt, pollen, dust, other particulates that are out in snow. That stuff will all get embedded in your base. But for waxing your board, the other major thing that you want to get rid of are the oils that are naturally on your hands and your skin. Because those oils, once they're on your board, they'll actually stop the wax from bonding to your base. So you basically want to get rid of any of those ambient oils from your base before you start waxing the board. It helps wax last longer. You want to make sure that your solvent or your simple green is completely dry before you go on to the next step, which is actually waxing the board. When you apply wax to your board, you're just going to rub it on as if the wax is a giant, crayon, essentially. And you literally just rub it in. When you're applying the wax to the board, it's going to look like, sort of like if you're applying wax to your car. You know how you rub it on and it gets that sort of dull, icky sheen? It's not real bright and shiny at first. It's literally kind of icky and dull. That's what it's going to look like as you're waxing your snowboard too. You're going to get this dull sheen all over it. Your board will have some high and low spots in it naturally, mostly around where your bindings mount. There'll be some low spots in there. You also want to turn the wax on a corner and sort of fill in those low spots. It doesn't take long to do a whole board, just a couple minutes. So once you get the wax on there, and I've got some low spots around the edges here, take your scraper out. If you happen to have any low or high spots, just scrape those off. And you can see that as I do this, you're going to make a little bit of wax dust. You can see it all over the board there. That wax dust will actually vacuum up very easily. As you can see, I'm actually doing this in my office, which is in the house I share with my girlfriend. This will all be cleaned up before she gets home, and she'll never know about it unless she YouTubes this shit. So, once you get the wax off, and you're satisfied you got a good even coverage there, you just get the Scotch-Brite out, and you buff it up. And as you buff it up, you'll see that the board goes from a dull haze to bright and shiny sheen. I can see it actually in the light, from the window. It looks great. It looks really slick, and it's going to ride awesome. That's it. You're done. You can easily bring your wax with you to the mountain, throw it in your pocket of your jacket or something. I wax every single session, and sometimes I'll even stop at lunchtime and throw a little bit on, before I head back out onto the lift. We all like to go fast. We all like to, move the board around easily. None of us likes to be tired, getting all kinds of leg burn. It's just easier to wax your board and to keep it well waxed. Makes life a lot better. So, go out, get some wax, have fun, and I'll see you on the mountain.